the Atlanta Dragway. We just got here for Drag Week 2018.
I've been at Mustang Week, but you guys were back at the shop getting the truck ready. Didn't you have to do some things to it to bring it down to Drag Week?
Yeah, we didn't have to do all that much. It was ready to go, except for it needed traction bars. And we did the Caltrax traction bars. And then it also needed a drive shaft loop.
So did you found a way to fit a drive shaft loop up under this thing?
Yeah.
We're kind of worried about that. But
it's a $24 universal drive shaft loop that we...
You didn't tell me it was that cheap.
Oh yeah, that's why I went out and measured under Donnie's truck and stuff when I was buying it, because I wanted to make sure it would work, because I was kind of skeptical. So, and it still required some fabrication, but it wasn't too bad.
And this truck has been like really fast for
as big as it is.
For like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Traction bars. We're finally getting around to doing traction bars on it.
I'm hoping that it'll help me launch it a little bit higher.
Yeah, so you think it's going to help launch the truck at a higher RPM
I hope.
Yeah, we'll find out. And I mean, the big thing is preventing wheel hop, which throws drive shafts out.
Go figure.
And but we got the drive shaft loop now to keep the drive shaft in there if it does get thrown out. Yep. But that would put us out of commission for Drag Week. And
unfortunately, we have the experience of having done a drive shaft
in the
install
field
at this track.
At this particular track, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm optimistic we can get it done if we needed to. I'm also optimistic that it's just going to keep the drive shaft in it.
This truck has towed a race car to 1,000 miles, raced that race car, and towed it back home.
Yep.
So it's got 44,960 miles on the clock. You know, as I say, cross our fingers. It's been around the block a few times, and I don't think it's going to have any problem doing Drag Week.
No.
Doing Drag Week with consistent mid to low 11-second passes.
Yeah, I'd like to see like a consistent average. That's my biggest thing with it.
We already had one little mishap this morning.
Yeah, I sit kind of close to the steering wheel because I'm kind of short, and apparently my knee, on a F-150, the switch for the headlights is right where my knee is when I get in and out, and apparently either my knee or my butt or something hit it on the way out and turned the parking lights off or on and drained the battery. So
this little thing, Rebecca ordered off of Amazon before she left. With 50% charge, it started a basically dead truck.
And we've already seen a few people that we know. We talked to Randy Seward, and he had a lot of information on his various experiences with Drag Week and his Pony Express tour. He's done a lot of really cool things with his car. A super impressive car, and his philosophy is basically keeping it as simple as he can. So he's going to try to go for the sealed motor and sealed hood record this week. So it was really cool talking to him about his tactics. We also saw Josh Baker, whose 2018 Mustang just got finished this week, basically. It's got an Armageddon twin turbo kit on it, and looks great. And he is making licensing passes, getting ready to go for this week. He
just put this car together. Mm-hmm. It's like basically a clone of his old car.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing the air ride again, which is cool in and of itself. Just, something that not many people do. And then
he's got twin turbos on it.
The twin turbo kit again.
He's always doing something crazy. But now Josh has got this 10-speed automatic car, twin turbo, 2018, brand new combination. You said he's going to make license passes. He's not even allowed to drive the car as fast as it will go on a racetrack?
No, he it's been a struggle for him to get the licensing passes done, and you and I have been there like 4 years ago.
I mean, yeah, you had to do that 4 years ago, and I kind of remember it, but remind me again what it's like.
So you do two 60-foot passes, 2 partial passes, and then 2 full passes. So you and from my understanding, at least when I did it, you had to do it all at an NHRA track on the same day and have 2 NHRA licensed drivers sign off that they witnessed it. So I have offered to be one
You
of
offered to
Josh's,
sign off for it, yeah.
one of Josh's witnesses. The year before I got mine, they had dropped the physical exam requirements, or the year that I got it, because I did have to have a physical exam. So no longer do you need a physical exam to go down to 749. After 749, you don't need it.
And this is an NHRA license to run faster than 10.0 in the quarter mile, right?
Yep.
They want to make sure that you're experienced enough.
6 passes.
Yeah, that you can make 6 passes. Okay. So just one of those safety requirements for, the faster drag racing activities.
And then we also saw Kevin McKenna, who runs our blower, and his big goal for the week is to run a 10-second pass at every track. So it's an achievable but lofty goal, and it'll be really cool to see him do that.
Yeah, I think Kevin can pull it off.
For sure.
I do want to get into the computer and make sure that the tune is a little more aggressive to make up for the power loss from the hot weather and the high DA that we're running in right now.
And you offered him not just the tuning, but you asked me what pulleys I brought. So if he decides to get a little bit more brazen about it, he can definitely borrow a pulley from us and pulley it down.
Yeah, we've got some extra sauce to throw in the tank, aka Boostane, and got my laptop, and I mean, that's really all we need. The car has run in the 10s before, but it usually runs 11.1, 11.2 in the heat.
Supposedly the weather's not supposed to be great all week. We've got a hurricane coming, and then like today's 60% chance of the rain, but so far it's been beautiful. So I don't know, the clouds are coming over.
Hurricane season in the southeast. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I guess if you're in at LS Fest, be
rained out.
Yeah, rained out and called, because I guess everybody that's at LS Fest that has an opportunity to come here is coming here now.
We're gonna go see where Rebecca is at on the wait list, and hopefully she gets in. And we'll continue.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope. We'll be back. Perfect, thank you very much.
Welcome. Have a great weekend.
Okay, so we had a change of plans
Yeah, a little change of plans.
on our way home.
We got kicked out of drag week.
Yep, apparently the truck is too fast or too something for drag week.
Yeah, it doesn't fit into their definition of a high performance street vehicle.
Yeah. So we were told that we got through the wait list, all of that. We waited all day.
By 4 or 5 o'clock, they finally called us up.
Yeah, they called us up, told us to go through tech, that we would tech before we register. And I've done a lot of drag racing. I've never teched before I've registered. So that was just like a foreign concept to me in and of itself.
Yeah, it was a little bit different.
And then we were standing there, and then this gentleman comes up to us, and he went on to say, "Where are your run tires?" And I said, "Those are the tires I'm running." And at that point, he was even less happy with me.
And he was initially looking for tires with no tread, right?
Yeah. At that point, he clarified, and he said, "Nope, you gotta have drag radials."
Because we read the rule book, and there's a ton of rules for all the different classes, like there is for any racing organization.
Extensive, for sure.
And it said DOT tires.
Yep.
Now, I'll admit we missed the second line where it says must be a DOT approved drag radial, quick time, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It listed several different tires that it could be, and notably left out certain tires, like a Ditto 555R.
The most commonly available drag tire is not legal for drag week.
Yeah. So we missed that, and really never even considered that it would be an issue, given the truck is four-wheel drive, doesn't really have any ability to spin the tires, isn't liable able to be tearing up the track really.
Well, you've raced it in many street car events before, and Drag Week is billed as a ultimate true street style event.
I totally understand their concern that they don't want the track torn up. I've been in the position. I drive a high horsepower car. I want good track prep for me to be able to do that. I want it to be safe, but at the same time, the truck doesn't spin the tires. Isn't going to pull up rubber.
It doesn't make bald spots. I mean, even on a slicker drag radial, if you have a high horsepower stick car, you'll put bald spots on the track.
I put bald spots on the track when we're figuring out suspension.
Yeah,
it happens. And the thing is it's drag racing. It does happen. Obviously, anybody that's overhearing this conversation or watching this conversation is going to want to say, well, put drag radials on the car and then problem solved. But unfortunately, they don't make a legal drag radial in the size to go ahead and just put it on the rear. The profile is too short, and I would not be able to just put a tire on the car.
Well, and they were going by this very strict interpretation of the rules. You would actually have to have it on all the driven tires.
Yeah.
All four wheels would have to be drag radials. And I mean, this is a legitimate truck. How fast has it gone before?
It's gone 11.3 without any suspension help. We just did the traction bars, the
yeah, before we even really had this truck dialed in with the new blower, you went 11.3.
Yeah, just messing around with the brand new blower and just trying to figure things out.
700 real horsepower. So it's not like it's not a high performance vehicle. And I guess
it is. I mean, it totally meets the definition of a high performance vehicle.
What we heard is that we got lumped into
a could-be support vehicle.
It could be support vehicle. But this truck runs 11s. This isn't some 16-second quarter-mile dually that you tow your trailer with.
I couldn't even fathom how they were interpreting that it could be until it was explicitly explained to me that it could be a support vehicle, because it's just not it's just so far removed from something we would do or something that I couldn't even imagine doing.
Yeah, I mean, we're here to race our high performance street vehicle, not play games.
I don't want to go to a track if I'm not racing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my issue with the whole situation isn't the rule, or isn't even that I want them to make some type of, exception that's unreasonable. I want them to reasonably apply. I understand the rationale. I want them to reasonably apply the rule in a logical sense that takes my safety into consideration and takes the fact that I wouldn't be doing anything to degrade the safety of anybody else racing into consideration, and the fact that it's a respectable truck and it deserves to be able to go out and compete in something that looks like a really, really cool event. And at this point, I don't really think it's a really, really cool event anymore. I think it's an exclusionary event.
Yeah, I mean, having the time to think about this after loading up the truck and everything, I mean, it's a very narrow spectrum of the high performance automotive world. And so we loaded the truck up in the stacker.
Look, we went and saw David Patterson first.
Oh yes, yeah, we found out David Patterson lives in Atlanta, and we met up with him, and he actually drove the supercharged VMP F-150.
Somebody got to drive it this weekend.
Yeah.
Thank God.
He got to do some spirited driving, and he really loved it.
David was a great guy, really, really cool. I loved hearing his story.
Yeah, I mean, his channel, The Dude in Blue, is got tons of viewers, tons of subscribers. He drives all kind of cars, but the coolest thing is he's a Mustang guy at heart.
So on our way back, it was pouring rain, right? And it looked like this cell of rain was going to be over us for well over an hour. So we're pulling back into the track. We see all the cars at the racetrack gas station fueling up to go on to their next place. And we're just loaded up and getting ready to leave the track. And we see Kevin pull up. And I go, just check your phone, make sure that Kevin didn't text you.
He did text me. He went at 10:09.
Right.
which we had gotten with him earlier in the day before and set him up with a little more aggressive tune and some boosting, yeah, because he wants to be able to run that car consistent 10.9 regardless of conditions and say he did it on drag week.
Yep, he wants to get a 10 at every single track. And, I mean, I think that's a really admirable goal.
So he's just got basically a Gen 2R Stage 2. It was the same car that was in the Carcraft magazine article from a little while back.
He's running an 82 millimeter pulley on it, so the boost is not crazy at all.
Makes about 600 horsepower. It makes a lot of torque though, so it launches hard.
Yep.
And gets him the numbers that he wants. I mean, he was ecstatic.
Yeah, and so I did that 10.9, but so then as we're leaving, Kevin's leaving again, and we got the opportunity to stop and ask him what was going on. He had come back to change his wheels and tires to street wheels and tires because the braking was just too dangerous to run the drag radials all the way to Darlington. It's probably a 250-mile trip on the back roads that you have to take on drag weeks.
So we loaded the F-150 up with the stacker. We'd done a little bit of measuring beforehand, and we knew it was just barely going to fit.
We threw a mattress on top of it to cushion its head.
Yeah, in case it bounces, we don't want it to bump its lid. And strapped it down, and we're heading home.
Yep.
I mean,
just around 1 o'clock.
I will say it's starting to cool off in Florida. I know you've got some plans for all your cars. You've got some plans for the truck to get a better time out of it.
Yep.
Now that it's got traction bars on it.
We're going to be building 2 engines.
Yeah, there's a lot going on all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're going to be getting ready for No Mercy. We're real excited for Duck's race.
I mean, unfortunately, you know, we're enthusiasts. Our day job is in the performance industry, but we go out and do this stuff on the weekends, and you know, we've got a choice as to where we're going to spend our time and our effort
And our money.
Yeah, and I mean, Doug's race started as a grassroots effort. He wanted to bring racing to
Radio racing.
Yeah, radio racing to the people.
Yeah.
if I start to, you know, drink the duck Kool-Aid, and so it's just
something stronger than Kool-Aid, I feel like.
different styles, I guess. So that's what makes the world great. Everybody's got their own way about going
and
about stuff.
And I'm sure there are people that are, you know, ardent adherents to the hot rod drag week, and they have a great time, and it's a blast. Duck's races are like that for me. To see more about my racing and what we do at VMP Performance, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.